We're live.
Okay, great to be back. Another Wednesday, another beautiful day to be alive with my boy Rick the ruler of the West Side. If you guys don't know Rick, I mean, most of you know Rick. How do you not know Rick? But if you don't, then he's been on previous pods. There's a pod with just me and him a long time ago where he says his story, and pretty crazy fucking story. But other than that, this pod is sponsored by Product. This is my boy JX's company. Everyone knows JX. And it's been... It's what I wear. It's usually what I wear. It's usually what's in style. And he's got a drop going on right now. And if you... I mean, it sells out quick. So if you get one, you're lucky of whatever he's dropping. What are you dropping now, Jay?
So I have a hoodie available, 2 t-shirts, and 2 hats, a snapback, and a fitted. I stocked up on everything, so it should last, hopefully, at least a month, hopefully.
Hell yeah. So check that out. Yeah. And then obviously I always talk about his Patreon too. If you want to support the pod, we don't really make any money doing this. We have fun doing it. But patreon.com/RedHawk Academy if you want to support. If not, no biggie. Oh, fuck. What's been on the agenda? I've been training, dude. Training fucking hard. Today I've been more fatigued than I've been in a long time. Monday morning, taught jiu-jitsu, 9 a.m. class, drilled a bit, and then we had a couple guys come in, did six 8-minute rounds, and mainly focused on wrestling. 6 8-minute rounds, balls to the walls. Went home, rested. I had my buddy Michael Hamill teach the wrestling class in the night where we just drilled, high-intensity drilling, and then we just did live goes. Tuesday morning, ran 3 miles, just tried to keep, jogged 3 miles, trying to keep my heart rate under 150 and nasal breathe only. And then yesterday, went to the lab and grappled with Jared Cannonier for an hour and a half. And he's big right now. He's 210, and that motherfucker's powerful. So tried to wear him out, and we scrapped for an hour and a half and got some good work. And last night, I only ate 2 burgers, 2 hamburgers with, lettuce. And I don't know, I was just so fucking gassed. I didn't even want to eat food. And so I slept like shit. Didn't eat enough. But weight's coming down, feeling good. I think this week... and then next week training for the ADCC trials, and then we'll probably slow it down the last week. Me and Jay are going to go to Vegas, and I'm going to compete in the trials. 250 people in my bracket, I think, right now. So it's a fucking absurd bracket. It's the biggest ADCC trials they've ever had. So I'm in good shape. I'm ready to go. I'm going to go scrap the best I can. And then we'll vlog it, and we'll put it on Patreon. So that'll be good. Other than that, new gym's going good. I'm trying to get someone to take over my lease completely. It's kind of a pain in the ass, but I have a guy that wants my current gym, because there's 2 years left on the lease, a guy that wants to take it over completely. Other than that, diet's been going good and been feeling good. Been waking up with good energy, fucking ready to rumble. I went and picked up Rick at BK this morning. I'm glad I found you, because I was looking for you last night, couldn't find you. But that little spot you sit in the back, kind of hard to find you, but I'm glad I came in.
Yeah.
A little cutie at the cashier register. You know what I mean? And you saw me spitting.
That ugly game, boy.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. One thing
she like you. I can tell she like you.
Did she?
Yeah.
She likes them thick?
Love it.
Wow. One thing we were talking about too is you just got to be careful them fucking STDs, right, Rick?
Man, they out there bad.
And they'll get you.
Yeah, they gonna get you. If you don't scrap up, they gonna get you.
Well, we were talking about it too. It's just that'll get you from the mouth too, right?
Yeah, you can. That head part, man. I think it's more accurate than you going in Yeah.
Well, I wonder, can they still give you something if they don't have a sore on their mouth? Is it when they have a sore on the mouth? Is that when
it ain't got to be a sore? They can have any STDs. You know what I'm saying? Gonorrhea.
Syphilis of the mouth, but wouldn't you be able to see?
No, you can't see it because it's orderly. You know what I mean? It's from a slobber.
From slobbing on the knobbers.
Slobbing on the knob. It's going to get you.
Yeah, that's the scary thing. If you wrap that pickle.
You'll be all right. But I'm the type of guy, I don't like to wrap my pickle.
Really?
You know.
You just bury it.
Raw.
Raw dog, huh?
Raw dog.
That's when it feels best?
When it's raw dogging.
Fuck. I know. It's just too scary.
Yeah, it is. So
I mean, if I would have had a kid too young, I don't think I'd be in the place I'm in. You know what I mean? I would have had to get a job, and I wouldn't be able to focus as much on jiu-jitsu, fighting. I wouldn't be able to focus as much on that, because when you have a kid, it's like the focus changes a bit. It's not anymore about you. It's more about the kid, providing now. Right. So it's like I've always been good at wrapping it up or pulling it out. But you gun it in. I
gun it.
Do you really?
Gun it.
Wow. That's crazy.
That's what they should start calling me now. Gunner.
Rick the fucking gunner.
Shit.
Yeah, but those mouth diseases, I mean, you can't be finding some girl. She'll give you a little sloppy toppy. Next thing you know, you wake up with sores on your wiener.
And man,
does that shit itch?
I don't know. I never had it.
Really?
But I know I've studied on it, from, being incarcerated in the jails and penitentiaries. We might, somebody might get on that subject,
Well, in jail and shit, like, they always talk about people getting raped, guys fucking other guys. Does that happen a lot?
Yeah, them the motherfuckers that be wanting it. That's what they want.
Really?
So, yeah. Don't nobody, that's some 70s shit, back in the 70s. A nigga got 200 years, and then
he's trying to bust a
girlfriend. Right, so then he, if he see a motherfucker, he want him, you know what I'm saying? If dude refuse, he takes it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Some big motherfucker.
Yeah.
So if you know how to
old looking motherfucker.
If you know how to really scrap, then you probably don't have to deal with it too much.
You don't. Like I just said, it all depends on that human being itself. He curious about it probably. And wanna.
Yeah.
Motherfucker to go in.
And not necessarily he's gay, but he's looking to bust.
Yeah. That's it. That's all. But you gay though. If you do that, you gay. Ain't no and buts about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The one receiving or the one giving, you gay.
Mm-hmm. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Yeah. Some people are gay. Some people born gay.
If that's what they like,
all power.
Let it be power to them.
Yeah, I think so too. I've been watching The Bachelor, and I feel so bad for the guy, because these girls are being their best selves. And they set him up. I mean, they set him up to fuck the girls. And he ends up fucking the girls like any normal guy would. But I think where he went wrong is he said, "I love you" to 3 of them.
Oh.
I love you to 3 of them. And then he told all 3 of them, like, I had sex with a couple of you. And it all explodes. He breaks their heart. And, it's just a fucking mess. But really, what are you supposed to do in that situation? Like, what are you supposed to do? The girls maybe could have protected themselves better and said, not said I love you. But there's just such a big difference between love and lust. Do you agree, Jay?
Oh yeah, 100%.
But
don't you think you could love? I feel like you could love multiple people at the same time.
Well, that's the thing.
You know what I mean?
That's the thing.
I've read that somewhere too. Like,
dude, that's only common sense, I feel like.
Right.
Our programming and our conditioning from our culture is you love one person, and you only can love one person, but it's just not.
That's bullshit.
I think so too. But on The Bachelor, when they were doing like the live audience and stuff, and all the girls in the live audience were just scowling at him like, what the fuck? Like, well, and everyone has their own definitions of love. But I definitely think you can love more than one person at a time.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
How many of you loved at once?
I'd say 3.
Really?
Yeah.
What about you, Tim?
I was going fucking crazy.
Really?
Bouncing off the wall, man.
But they were probably taking your chi, too. That wasn't an issue, I bet.
Yes. It really was. And, I had one of them, both of them had the same fucking name, so it didn't make a difference, if I was with, this Michelle or that Michelle, it didn't fucking make a difference, man.
Really? Yeah.
I'm just throwing the name out there now. It ain't because You know, my ex, she still trips out about this girl, Michelle. Mm-hmm. So I don't know why it came off the top of my head.
Yeah. Fucking Michelle's Yeah, but The Bachelor's good. I feel super bad for the guy. He's getting to the point now where he's going to have to pick two, and he already broke both their hearts, but he kind of talked them both into staying, and now he's got to do it again. I'm like, God, what a shitty situation. But The Bachelor, it's almost so fucking cheesy in the fact that you get to hang out with these girls, not that much, but at the end of it, you got to get engaged. It's like, what? Come the fuck on. I don't know. But it is entertaining. I just like watching how people react to certain things and see certain interactions and watch how people communicate with each other. I don't know why it's so entertaining to me. But my friend was on, an acquaintance from Montana was on The Bachelor, and he said it wasn't scripted, Jay, so quit with that shit.
I'm cap. They probably tell him to say that.
Well, I'm sure it's scripted to a point, like scripted to a point where it's like, okay, we're going here today.
I know. It's funny that you like those type of shows, but I think you like them because, like, how you're saying, it's just like a big, like a social experiment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how I see them.
Yeah, and it's just fucking funny the way people are. Yeah. But, dude, I was thinking about the other night. It's just so nice waking up and having something to train for. I mean, I guess I've been doing it for so many years now. I'm so used to it now. But waking up and you have nothing to do that day, you think that sounds nice, but then you do that more than a couple days in a row. You wake up and you have nothing to do, and then you start building fucking problems in your mind, problems that aren't even there, and then like anxiety starts to come about, and you just like, you feel that way, Jay?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, cause like, I want to say for like the past, I don't even know, like what, 2 years or something, I've had a lot of like free time, like what everybody, you know what everybody always talks about, like, oh, I wish like I could just do whatever I want every day. Because like at first, I think like setting a routine is like nice, you know. I'm glad that I have jiu-jitsu and then this podcast.
Yeah.
And then obviously doing my stuff for the brand, like that all keeps me occupied. But yeah, I have days where I'm just like, all right, well, I don't have really any to-dos to do today. And you do kind of build like, I feel almost guilty for just hanging out, not doing anything. But I feel like you need those days too, you know, just for yourself type of thing.
Yeah, I think if you earn those days, but if you start having those days back to back to backs, like you can sleep in as late as you want, you wake up, you really don't have anything to do. I just feel like it's going to cause issues mentally, especially if you don't have a fucking routine. I mean, my routine's been fucking dialed in, and I've been feeling fucking good, dude. Really good.
Because what weight are you competing at for this one?
88 kilograms, so 193 pounds. And I woke up this morning, I was about 198. 198. Yeah, so I'm going to have to cut a few pounds. But my friend said that did the ADCC East Coast trials, he said they weighed in at 6 and competed at 11. So if I have that many hours to rehydrate a little bit, I'll be able to cut 4 or 5 pounds and be fine.
That'd be nice.
Which will be good. Yeah, but I feel like, so Tom.
When did you start doing like setting a routine? Like when did you, I guess, kind of
start with that?
I think like, well, routine, not just like a morning routine or anything, but like, you know, Mondays we have whatever gi, no gi comp training. Tuesdays, whatever. You know what I mean?
Ever since I started fighting professionally, I started to be like, okay, this is going to kind of be my training schedule. And then I moved to Team Quest, and then they have these certain set out practices. And then went to the sports lab, and they have the days you condition. So I kind of just would schedule everything around my training session. So that was easy to start and have a routine. But it makes sense. Like Tom Brady, how old is he? And now all of a sudden he's coming back. Mm-hmm. Like he went from all these years, however many years he was in the league, with his set routine, with his purpose, with I need to get better, with we're going to do this, till all of a sudden nothing. A lot of money. You can buy whatever the fuck you want. But then he probably woke up 3 weeks into his retirement like, fuck, I don't even, like, what am I supposed to do? Yeah, hanging out with the family and stuff, but still, like, that's going to be almost a skill, being able to be present with your kids and present with your family and then be thankful for those things. But now he's just like, I'm coming back. He's like, fuck it, I'm coming back. I wonder why.
Yeah, 44. Yeah, that's crazy. I guess maybe that's one of the, like, I don't know if you'd say negative of, like, you know, when people just kind of like hone into just one thing. Like I was listening to that Mr. Beast pod, and how he's like dialed in on YouTube. He just always thinks about YouTube, like just hyper obsessed or whatever. But then Joe Rogan's like, "Do you work out or anything?" And he's just like, "No, I mean I haven't got to that." Like I don't, like saying he doesn't have time. Like so like you're like super successful in like this world, but then you're lacking in your health. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is, I don't know.
And I forgot who said it, but they said like eventually your health is going to be the most important thing in your life. Like eventually, at some point in your life, your health is going to become most important.
Oh yeah.
And like Paul Chek says too, like diseases and those kind of things, they don't start overnight. It's your fucking habits for years and years and years. It's like, okay, yeah, I don't know. Eventually your health's going to be your main thing. But that's why we're super lucky at a young age. We've kind of understood like, damn, exercise makes me feel good. Eating pretty quality shit makes me feel good. Staying hydrated makes me feel good. Pretty lucked out with that.
Because what would you do? Like, say you didn't have jiu-jitsu. Because I know, like, obviously that's like your passion, teaching, training.
Grappling, wrestling.
What would you do, you think?
I don't know. I would hope I have the tools to be able to figure out how to be like, okay, I can't do that anymore. I need to 100% accept that, not let it stress me out, not let it make my life miserable, not being just like defined by that and being attached to that. I'd have to figure out a way to be like, well, put my energy into something else positive where I can get better at, I guess. This Yuka Food App. This is a pretty cool app Mariah found. You can scan the barcode on any food and it'll tell you how good it is for you.
Damn.
Like you can scan like deodorants and they'll tell you what's toxic about it, and it's free. You can scan anything, bags of chips, fucking anything you have in your fridge, scan it. And it'll tell you out of 10 how good it is for your health. It'll tell you 5. It'll tell you 4, way too much sugar. And it'll tell you why too. Way too much sugar or way too many preservatives.
Damn, that's sick.
YUKA app. And I don't know how trustworthy it is.
Do you remember that like Amazon was trying to do that whole like basically you walk into the store, Whole Foods, because they partnered or bought Whole Foods or whatever, where you just walk into the store and you just pick anything up, put it in your cart, and as soon as you walk out, like it just charges you.
That's fucking sweet. That's really sweet. Well, it said the study revealed that Yuka was particularly effective when advising against particular products due to the presence of potentially harmful additives. When Yuka advises against a product due to high levels of fat, salt, or sugar, however, the app appeared to have influence. So that's good. If there's a bunch of shit, like we've always said it too, if fucking the ingredients list is paragraphs long, it's probably not good for you. Like there's a good fucking chance it's not good for you. But I got a new bidet. I don't know how. Well, one of my students, Cole, he's like, dude, this bidet I got, he just brought it up out of nowhere. I'm like, how much was that?
That's funny.
He's like, $50. I'm like, what? And then I looked on Amazon, Luxe, Luxe bidet, bidet, and they're like $50, $45, thousands of reviews. And dude, I don't know how I lived without that thing.
That's crazy because I remember, I don't know, they probably just been around for so long that it's just like an add-on to your toilet now, but I just remember they were always like a luxury thing for people to have. Yeah,
that's what I thought too. You know what a bidet is, Rick? It's on the toilet. It's this little side thing, and you pull it and it spritzes you.
Wet your ass up, in other words.
It gives you a little rinse off.
Yeah.
I mean, in the morning too, when it's cold water.
Is this your first time like using?
Yeah,
like
first time
one?
ever. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck haven't I had this forever for? Because you can just give a couple pats with some toilet paper and you're done. Just to wipe the water off. But it's crazy how good it'll clean you up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember I tried one because I think in Japan it's just like normal. Like this is their normal thing, and they've been had it. So
oh, really?
I was like, yeah, it was weird at first, but then you kind of get used to it.
Well, there's even this girl setting on it for when girls have their periods, so it'll adjust the aim, so it'll hit the vag.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy. But some pretty crazy news. Kevin Holland.
Oh yeah.
Kevin Holland's another UFC fighter, Rick, and I guess he was it a restaurant?
Yeah, it says restaurant shooting right here.
He was in a restaurant and someone started to shoot it up. So then I think he took down the gunman.
It says right here, so gunman opened fire at Houston restaurant. Nobody injured. According to reports, panic alarm was triggered. I'm trying to skip through this. About 40 to 50 people were inside. The suspect fired one shot, and next thing you know, you just hear a pop, and everybody started getting down. I'm trying to think. We ran into the shooter, got him down, strangled him, took the gun from him, and then called the police. But that's pretty like ballsy, you know, especially if like someone has a gun. I would be like freaking out.
Well, I wonder how like he came up behind him, or.
Yeah, I know, right? It doesn't really say. It just says that they took him down.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, there's so many people and you're only one guy. I'm sure there's people behind you. You're just not paying attention. It's like some movie shit.
Yeah, for real. For real. I was facing one way when the big bang. Holland said, I thought it was a champagne bottle popping because the people behind us were having a birthday party. I go look around and I see people running like they had the look of death on their face. Holland said he and Robinson got low and ducked for cover, then looked in the direction of the shot. Holland said he saw the gunman and the man who grabbed his arm. The gun at that point was facing toward Holland and Robinson and other patrons. Holland said rather than run away, Holland said he and Robinson went around the other side. Holland said he picked up a chair to hit the gunman, but couldn't tell who the gunman was and was the Good Samaritan because they were wrestling on the ground. Holland noticed the man on the bottom of the skirmish was the one holding the gun. He said he and Robinson helped pry the gun out of his hand. Holland said he took the man into his lap, wrapped his legs around him, and put him in a rear naked choke. As soon as he was asleep, I let go of the choke, slid out on top, got full mount, stretched his arms out so he couldn't reach for anything, Holland said.
Damn. Jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Holland said he and Robinson grabbed the man's backpack and tossed it to the side and made sure the gun was not within reach. The police arrived shortly after. That's pretty badass.
It is.
Fucking scrapping. Oh, yeah, that's pretty cool.
Did you see the whole Patty thing with what's the other fighter?
Did he already fight that kid or no?
No. So I think they're in the same weight class. Are they 145ers, right? And because I guess Patty was saying like some fucked up shit about his country or like it was pretty fucked up what he was saying.
Like how fucked up though?
Just something about like that's why they're bombing you guys or something along those lines. He said, and then that guy said, "Okay, when I see you in the hotel, like I'm gonna go up to you."
It's on site,
and he did. And it says right here, as soon as he came in, he walked towards me, and Patty was like, "What's happening?" And he got close to him. Patty basically was like, "I'm not gonna hit this guy. Like I have a fight. I don't want to break my hand and then not be able to fight for money." He's just saying he has little man syndrome because he's only 5'7". But I think that'd be a sick fight because the guy he got into it with, he's the guy that knocked out Ryan Hall.
Oh, okay. So that
he's
kid's
like
good.
A sick black belt, and he's pretty sick at striking, like overall.
And trains at probably American Top Team. Damn. So that'll maybe next if Patty can get it done this weekend.
They're on the same card, I think. This guy's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Damn, so that's some good juice. That's this weekend, right?
Yeah, that's this weekend in London. I think so. The fights are gonna probably be early over here.
Nice, dude. These new fucking Boaxbl. I sent you the link on Twitter. You can open it up. These Boaxbl casitas that they're starting to come out with. These mini homes. I don't know if Elon Musk is the one who invented them, but they're talking like he is. $49,000. So you can get a mortgage for $250 a month. It says on here, and it comes with a fridge, a dishwasher, microwave, cabinets, all like brand new. Like look at it. It's like a studio fucking apartment.
That's fire.
It's so sick, dude. Even if you scooped up 2 of them. And then I think they're self-sufficient. Like they have the solar panels on the top. That's sweet. I don't know. I've always wanted to have a small, modern place to live in. Something simple.
Just you and Mariah and just have horses in the back.
Well, now it's like I need my fucking Twitch studio.
It is true.
But dude, you can buy these. They're gonna start coming out with them where you can like buy an apartment building, and it unfolds and you can stack them on top of each other, and all this crazy shit.
Well, this itself, it looks like so small. It could be itself could be a pod studio just at this by itself. You know
100%. 100%. So how's it been adjusting living on your own?
At first, it was kind of weird, you know, because you get kind of used to, like, being with someone all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, sleeping with them, hanging out with them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, first couple nights was weird, but then it just gets normal. I don't know. But, like, I'm used to being by myself, so it wasn't, like, too much of a hard adjustment, you know?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I kind of like it. It's, like, cool.
Yeah, it's almost like everything, dude, everything, you fucking adjust to it. You just do. You end up adjusting to it after a while.
Mm-hmm.
And even when I fucking had my face wired, dude, I ended up adjusting that. I'm like, I got used to living like that. And I got used to living with just liquid through the teeth. And I still was able to be happy. Like, you just adapt. It's crazy. Another conversation with my mom last night, long one. It's hard because we just don't really get anywhere. And I was reading the definitions of a cult. A definition of a cult, because they go by definitions and words in the Bible and stuff. So I'm like, okay, let's read the definition. A system of religious veneration and devotion directed toward a particular figure or object. Okay. Definition 1, definitely the J-dubs are a cult. Number 2, a relatively small group of people having religious beliefs or practices regarded by others as strange. Which, yes, it's definitely fucking strange. Jehovah's Witnesses can't get blood transfusions. My mom broke her hip completely, and they said, well, you possibly could have a blood transfusion if you go under surgery. Need blood. And she said, no, I'm not doing it. So she stayed awake during a full hip replacement.
That's crazy.
And they can make that decision for kids, too. If your kid needs a blood transfusion, they can say no for your kids. And, the kid could fucking die.
Suffer.
Which is like, oh my God. And then the last one, a misplaced or excessive admiration for a particular person or thing. Again, that's number 3 is cult. So we got to that. She didn't like it though. She's like, well, will you not call it that? I'm like, well, why can't I call it that? Because that's what it is. The definition says that's what it is. Mm-hmm. But she didn't want to call it that because other people look at it as a bad thing. But
yeah, because I guess cults can also be like, it doesn't have to be negative, I guess. Because I feel like, okay, what is jiu-jitsu? Like, what are we? Are we kind of a cult? Like the jiu-jitsu group, like we all get together.
Maybe.
We believe this is making us better.
Well, the thing is about jiu-jitsu, it's not really like, oh, you got to have a faith. You're not sure. Sure.
That's true.
It's like jiu-jitsu is true, and you can prove it.
There's some gyms that can be very cult-like. Like, hey, you can only wear these colors. You can only... Like, they have little rules within it.
Yeah, money-making rules. Like a great... Nothing wrong with Gracie Baja, like fine, at least you're still doing jiu-jitsu, but if they make you have this, you have to buy the gi, you have to buy the rash guards, you have to buy the team shirts, you have to buy this. So for you to sign up for jiu-jitsu, it's going to be $800 for the first month. It's like, fuck. Real.
They kind of take advantage of I guess the jiu-jitsu itself, like people already love it so much. So
yeah. And in jiu-jitsu is an expensive sport. It's not like it's a Planet Fitness where you can pay $10, $15 a month. Like for a membership at a decent gym, it's going to be $160. Some places in California are $300 a month.
For real.
But yeah, the way those gyms try to just suck every penny out of you, it's like, come on.
For real.
But that's what's nice, traveling and doing it for so long, going to different gyms. I knew in the future I wanted to have my own gym. I didn't think it'd be this soon. But I just saw the kind of the culture they had and the vibe they had at each different gyms, and some I didn't like and some I liked, and I think that made it better for our gym to kind of create exactly what we wanted.
Yeah, I think it's like perfect. Like the crazy how we started at that little small garage, and now we're
Oh fuck yeah. What else? What the fuck else?
I think I had some shit pulled up right here. Oh, yeah, Dana White, I guess, was talking about the whole Conor McGregor versus Jake Paul on the Impulsive Pod. And it says he shouldn't be fighting Conor McGregor. Basically, Jake is huge. He's like 6'1", 210. Conor's like 145, 155. There's weight classes for a reason. This is stretched for Conor to fight at, 70? He even, like when he's talking about Nate Diaz and shit. And then Jake Paul's like, Dana White is begging for Diaz and Conor for a third time. He's like, I'll fight Conor at 175, no problem. Stop making excuses. So I guess he did talk about that whole shit on the Impulsive Pod. It's interesting.
I feel like, well, Jake's probably hasn't experienced it, but he's not bigger than most welterweights. He could make 170. I mean, it's a bitch, but he's not that much. Most welterweights walk around 195. A lot of welterweights I've known have walked around 200, over 200, and they could make the cut to 170. But that is true. I was thinking about that too. I'm like, he is a bigger man than those guys, and he's not calling out Israel.
But if it's MMA though, I don't know. What do you think? MMA, like just straight MMA, I think. Connor just kicks the fuck out of his legs.
Well, dude, that's the thing. Connor's got really good fucking teep kicks, dude. Really good teep kicks. And you saw against even Nate the second time, he's got some good fucking low kicks too. And boxing stances are really wide and really sideways and really flat, kind of flat-footed. You can kind of sit there because, I mean, some boxing matches are 10 rounds and 12 rounds, so you got to be efficient with your energy. MMA stance, kickboxing stance is way different. A little bit more springy, a little bit more agile. So he would definitely have to adjust to that. But, dude, it would be a fucking huge fight. Dana's got to be thinking about it a little bit.
Yeah, I wonder if he's just scared. He's like, fuck, if Connor gets dropped by this guy, he's a rat.
Dude, and that's the thing. With the 4-ounce gloves, Dana's been around long enough to be like, it's not impossible. It's not impossible for him to knock him the fuck out, and that would just be so bad for the UFC.
God. Did you see, you know how everybody's like bitching about the gas prices and shit? Have you heard of Klarna? So it's like an afterpay type thing. So basically, like, I guess gas stations, I don't know if it's here, but they're starting to do it where you could just like basically pay your gas back later in payments. Isn't that wild?
It's like a credit card?
Yeah, like Klarna basically like, yeah, you just get shit in payments. Like, say you wanted fucking whatever, and you pay it like in 4 payments or whatever. It's just wild. Like,
it's like a layaway?
Yeah, basically.
For gas now?
Yeah. That's crazy, huh?
Fucking crazy, dude.
The fuck?
Well, it's crazy, too. One of my jiu-jitsu students was saying he's just like, he gets a part-time job, and he can't even fucking barely afford to eat. He's like, I can't afford to eat and pay rent and then pay the jiu-jitsu gym. Like, and he's just a single kid. Like, working a lower end job and then trying to provide for your kids and then trying to pay for anything extra like curricular for them, like fuck. Especially now gas, like maybe you have an old truck. It's just tough, dude. And did the gas go up? Why does the gas go up? Does it go up because of the president?
I have no idea.
I don't know either, but Mariah's like, well, when Trump was president, the gas was really low. But I don't fucking know.
I don't think that have anything to do with it.
Really? Yeah. Why does gas go up?
Comment below.
Yeah, people want that bread. Who gas it belongs to.
Yeah.
I just remember seeing this meme. Is like, people keep complaining about gas prices. What am I going to do? Not get gas? It's true.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, that's one thing. I mean, 2021, best things I got, the Tesla. I mean, not even having to fucking worry about gas has been so nice. Hopefully they come out with a cheap-ass version of that. I bet gas companies are like, fuck, though. What the fuck are we going to do when it's all electric vehicles?
Well, isn't that the thing? After a certain year, they're only going to make electric cars? Have you seen that?
I think I've heard about that. Like, imagine how many oil companies and shit are just going to be like, well, we're fucked now.
Yeah, but... I mean, people still drive cars from like fucking long time ago, you know?
Yeah.
So who knows what's their lifespan?
Some good stuff from James Clear articles coming up here. This is from Eric Nugum on reaching up instead of punching down. The secret to feeling great about yourself is not to be found in searching for people who are less than you and then show yourself superior to them, but in searching for people who are more than you and then show yourself worthy of their company. It's pretty good. And this one's about May Sarton on the importance of rest. I always forget how important the empty days are, how important it may be sometimes not to expect to produce anything, even a few lines in a journal. A day when one has not pushed oneself to the limit seems a damaging day, a sinful day. Not so. The most valuable thing one can do for the psyche occasionally is to let it rest, wander, live in the changing light of a room. Pretty good. Pretty good. Fucking earning your rest. What the fuck?
Is that me? Oh shit, it is me.
Answer it.
Fuck is calling me?
Answer it.
No.
Okay, here's another one. Simple is nearly always better, but if it's going to be complicated, make sure the problem is worth the complexity. A great deal of time is wasted creating complex solutions to relatively unimportant problems. Ooh, this was a good one here, actually. Many situations in life are similar to going on a hike. The view changes once you start walking. You don't need all the answers right now. New paths will reveal themselves if you have the courage to get started. That's good, dude. Especially when you're thinking about the future and young kids are stressing too much about the future. It's hard because, I mean, you keep good, consistent habits and you just keep improving yourself. Random opportunities are going to pop up that you never thought would have popped up. And you never could even have thought of. So it's pointless to stress too far in the future because you never know what kind of stuff's going to come up out of nowhere that you can't plan for.
But that's what I always think about too. Is like, it's crazy. Like me starting jiu-jitsu changed my whole life completely. Cause like even like meeting you guys.
Yeah.
Even when you guys remember when you posted like looking for a podcast producer, I was like this close to like not even saying anything. But then I saw you guys. I was like, hey, do you guys still need help? And then like years later, here we are. It's
so crazy. Yeah, it's crazy how it worked out. Like there's something so little could have completely changed everything. It's crazy.
For real.
A simple reminder, time will multiply whatever you feed it. Good habits make time your ally. Bad habits make time your enemy. That's true, isn't it, Rick?
You been reading that Naval book or what?
I've read this book already fucking twice, dude. It's you haven't read it?
No, not yet. I mean, listening to his like little YouTube stuff though.
You can borrow this one, but just bring it back. It's fucking good, dude. These are just some of his rules he put at the end. This book's so good though. This is gonna, regardless of anything's going on, this shit's gonna put you on a good fucking path. This is 2016, just kind of the end of his book, Naval's Rules in 2016. Number 1 is be present above all else. Fucking tough to do. Number 2, Buddha says it, desire is suffering. If you're constantly desiring something, just like, oh, I'm not going to be happy until I get this, it's fucking suffering. This is another one from Buddha. Anger is a hot coal in your hand while waiting to throw it at someone else. Number 4, if you can't see yourself working with someone for life, don't work with them for a day. There you go. Reading is the ultimate meta skill and can be traded for anything else. All the real benefits in life come from compound interest. And this one's a good one. Earn with your mind, not your time. I mean that's easy for us to say. But like my mom too, she's like, I make $60,000 a year. I'm like, which is really good for her. From where she came from, like she was raised literally on the carnival. I mean, the traveling carnival, her dad, my grandpa, they did the old time photo booth stuff. And just traveled to carnivals and lived in a bus her whole life. So for her, it's like great, but still trading her time for the money, which is like, I don't think the best way to get wealthy. But 99% of all effort is wasted. Okay, total honesty at all times is almost always possible to be. It's almost always possible to be honest and positive. Which was another one. Watch every thought and then ask, why am I having this thought? And then another one says, all greatness comes from suffering. Enlightenment is the space between your thoughts. Mathematics is the language of nature. Every moment has to be complete in and of itself. And then these are some of his formulas at the end of the book. These are notes to myself, your frame of reference, and therefore your calculations may vary. These are not definitions. These are algorithms for success. Contributions are welcome. This first one says happiness equals health plus wealth plus good relationships. And that's happiness. Health plus wealth plus good relationships. That's good. And then health equals exercise plus diet and sleep. Diet, natural foods, intermittent fasting, and plants. Sleep, no alarms, 8 to 9 hours, and with the healthy circadian rhythms. Accountability, specific knowledge. He goes into a shit about money in this book too. I mean, money. I don't know. It's probably one of my favorite books I've read, though. Really fucking good shit. What do we got for the fights this weekend?
Let's pull them up here. The UFC London card.
Yes. Pumped to watch Paddy the Batty, though.
I know, right?
How can you not be? Event? No. I don't. He's on the main card, though. Rodrigo Vargas, Paddy Pimblett, Alexander Volkov. Damn, Alexander Volkov, 34-9. 34-9. Goddamn. 43 professional fights. Motherfucker's 6'7". Tom Aspinwall. I mean, I haven't watched too much of Tom Aspinwall. Everyone says he's such a stud, though. Volkanovski. Tall motherfucker. And I haven't really watched him that close. I don't know if he's that good at punching people at the end of his punches and staying at his range. But obviously with that record, he's pretty fucking good. So it's hard to guess because I don't know either of those guys too good. Dan Hooker, Arnold Allen. Arnold Allen, 17-1. I hope Dan Hooker gets it done.
I know.
He's just he just seems like a good dude. Exciting as shit. 145, he said that's for sure his weight class. It forces him to be more disciplined.
Has he been fighting at 145? Or is
I think his last
fight.
His last fight was 145. And then we got Paddy Pimblett versus Rodrigo Vargas. I don't know where this Rodrigo Vargas kid trains. His garbage compared to me, probably his mindset. Says the kid's garbage compared to him. 12-4. Coming off one win. Okay, he lost to the Brock Weaver illegal knee. Michael Della Torre KO'd him. DLT, you know DLT from the lab?
I don't think so. Maybe
KO'd him in combate. Yeah. He's 36, 5'7", 155. So they picked a good fight again for Paddy. Second fight in the UFC, smart by them. You know, the UFC's not stupid. They know how to build up a fucking superstar. Like when he first got into his debut fight, he had 25,000 followers on Instagram, I think, and now I think he has close to 600 maybe, or well over 500.
Just after one fight, it's crazy, huh?
Yeah, just by his fucking his Ellen DeGeneres haircut and his loud accent. But he seems like a cool kid. I'm pumped to watch him. Gunnar Nelson's back. Gunnar Nelson hasn't fought since how long? He had a big-ass layoff. His last fight, Gunnar Nelson, 2-fight losing streak, but he hasn't fought since 2019. He lost to Gilbert Burns by decision, and then the fight before that, he lost to Leon Edwards. So this is probably fucking do or die for him. He's fighting Takashi Sato, which hopefully he wins. I like watching Gunnar Nelson fight. Good-ass fucking jiu-jitsu, too. Jai Herbert. Where the fuck? Okay. Yeah, so that Ilori Tupiria guy is on the
he's
card.
on the prelims.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be probably a sick fight to make if they both win.
Yeah. Fuck, why not? Or the UFC's like, God damn it.
Well, you can tell the UFC likes the drama shit too, because I think I seen on Twitter they reposted that whole scuffle.
Oh, bro. They fucking love the drama. They love the drama. Nathaniel Wood. I mean, I don't. Nathaniel Wood's not ranked or anything, but that's a fight I'd like for Suge.
It's a bantamweight.
Yeah,
I remember they were going at it on Twitter.
Yeah, so hopefully maybe Nathaniel Wood can get this kid out of here quick. Nathaniel, finish this kid quick, and then maybe he can fight Sean in Phoenix. I know they're trying to get Pedro for Phoenix.
I think I read somewhere. I don't know if he talked about it, but there was like a thing on Twitter that said that Dana said he's not going to have Sean on the Phoenix card.
I know. It
but
seemed like
shit, you know how shit is.
Well, he had a meeting with him too, and I think Pedro Munoz likes the fight, but is dealing with an injury. Rob Font got booked, and those were two of the fights that we were looking for. But if there was a fight that popped up like Nathaniel Wood, quick fight to make some cash, then that'd be probably perfect. But realistically, it's going to be looking like July. So
coming up at 44, 40.
I mean, that's fucking almost just perfection. Yeah, I'm glad we found Rick today. I was going to get a guest today, but I was like, we haven't had just a pod us for a while. And then we'll probably have Kyler Phillips on. I mean, and then there's a psychic reader, this healer, this holistic healer that's in the same complex. And this list of shit that she says she's certified in, I'm like, damn. I want to ask her how hard it is to get certified in that, or are these just random things? But it looks like some pretty deep shit. I mean, hopefully we don't bring her in here and she just casts a bunch of evil spirits on us.
I know. That'd be interesting, pod, though, just to hear her.
I'm going to have her in. She said she'd come on. So that'll be definitely interesting. So it's always good to have Rick on and let him get some rest.
Take a little power nap.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, smoking wise, I've been doing these edibles, a little bit edibles here and there. I love the bong rips, but I do feel the bong rips if I take a fat bong rip and I go hard training the next day. I do feel something's going on, that I'm not at my best. So sticking to the vaporizer and the edibles at this time is good, I think. But other than that, dude, I mean, nothing crazy going on. Just training, dieting. Dieting's fucking... I was talking to Mariah. I'm like, damn, if I did come back and had to fight took a fight at 170, I'm like, God, I don't want to do that diet again. It's such a bitch, dude. It's nice eating good, clean foods, but just not worrying about how much you're eating. Just eating as much as you feel like you want to. Not just be like, okay, I have to train fucking hard, break myself down, and just eat a little bit of food. I don't miss that shit at fucking all. There's a fight to win this weekend. He said they're looking for a match for me. So if they find a match, great.
That'd be sick. Because who else
is
on
he asked me, he said, do you want this guy at 185? I'm like, dude, unless you're paying me decent money, I'm not going to cut 15 pounds or 12 pounds, whatever. I'm not going to cut that much.
I wonder how strict they are, though, on the weight shit.
They're strict. They have a scale. I mean, every time I've done fight to win that you had to weigh in. I mean, what happens if you miss weight, though, I guess?
I know, right? It's like,
I don't know. I missed weight by 10 pounds. Sorry.
10 pounds.
Yeah.
Who cares, huh?
For real. Other than that, I think, one of my students so far got a match on the fight to win, so it'll be good. We'll go there regardless. But that's perfect, guys. That's episode 33. Check out JX's new stuff. If you don't follow him, you gotta follow him on Instagram. Keep your style right, and keep the puss flowing in, boys. All right, we will see you Sunday or Monday for the Timbo Sugar Show. Hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.
Peter gonna shuffle in. I'm gonna throw it 2.